Oh, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Yo, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Justified and rock, we're cruising in the Typhoon bus. Hawkeye's got our back, never causing a fuss. Granny's coat got moved, now it's Feb the 2nd. We stick around for the sentencing, yeah, we always attend. Yeah, we always attend. Journey and Murphy, van life on the rise. Heading out to Arizona under big blue skies. Rick's back home in Kansas, holding down the homestead with Smith, his German Shepherd, keeping and fair. Rolling through the plains and the dust. Arizona sun, we ride. Yeah, we're having fun. Oh, Justified's guy. Yeah, yeah. Justified's guy, the machine holding chores down. On the farm with Eric Keeley, smooth all around. Yeah. All guys helping, family tight. 1980s jams keeping spirits right. Journey's paws tapping on the floor. Murphy buckle on, always wanting more. Rockin' Justified, keeping it real. And life adventures, that's the deal. Rolling through the plains and the dust. And life dreams and rock we trust. From Kansas nights to Arizona sun, together we ride. Yeah, we're having fun. Oh, together we ride. Yeah. Oh, together we ride. Yeah. All together we ride. Ride to having fun.
Hello, how is everybody? Hopefully everybody is doing good. Let's see here. What do we got? Well, I know we got Girly Girl in the house. We got Lollipop in the house. Hawkeyes is in the house. Fairy Tales. It's good to see you. Let's see here. Crazy Mama, good to see you. Wilbach 2663. Hello, everyone. Crazy Mama says, damn, Rock looks like a badass with that pink and blue hair. I did dye my hair pink and blue, but listen, that's AI did that. I wish I looked that good. Ew. Gail, good to see you. Yahoo, let's get this going, girls. Love you, Rock. Well, I love you too. Good to see you. Let's see here. Welcome in, everyone. Remember to hit that thumbs up. Hey, for you to see a smile. It's good to see you. Hello to everyone. Great to see you. All right. So because of the weather, Tiffany's court has been changed from tomorrow to February 2nd, which will be Monday. And here it is right here. It says, as of this morning at 6:38, the sentencing of a woman who planned the killings of 2 Southwest Kansas moms was postponed on Monday. So I guess they figured it Monday. A judge granted Tiffany Adams' request to delay the sentencing, which was scheduled for Wednesday due to weather. It will now be held on February 2nd. In October, she was found guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of unlawful removal of a dead body, and 2 counts of unlawful desecration of a human corpse in the deaths of Veronica Butler and Julian Kelly. Butler and Kelly disappeared on March 30th, 2024. 2 weeks later, their bodies were found in a chest freezer that was buried in a field in Texas County, Oklahoma. Investigators said they had been stabbed to death. The sentencing postponement comes amid a series of delays in the case of Veronica Butler and Julian Kelly. Last week, the trials for 2 men charged in the case were delayed, according to court documents. So yeah, Tad and Cole Twombly, their trials has been moved. Tad's has been moved to October 19th, and that's when Cole's was going to start. And then Cole's is not going to be till February 2027. Let's see here. There was a thing to play, but I don't see it here now. Okay, well, there was an article to play it, but I just told you what it said anyway. So there you go with that. So we're going to go on Monday. Christopher did message me and ask me if there was a bus station around here. If Christopher comes in, if Christopher wants to come, I'll go get him. That's where I'm at with that. Let's see here. Hello, everyone from the front of the bus. Justified's in the front of the bus. Hello, USMC Cowgirl. Good to see you. I wish they would just stick to it, Granny, already. You know, this is what I'm wondering, guys. So they're going to have impact statements, correct? I would think that Veronica's family and Julian's family can give impact statements, but does Granny's family get to give impact statements? Like, I've seen in a lot of cases where, you know, people speak for the person that's being charged. Do you think that they also are waiting? Because it sounds like Granny's attorney asked for this. So if that's the case, is it because her daughter supposedly is in Georgia and might have to come back, and she wants to talk to the judge before sentencing of her mom? I don't know. I'm thinking that could be it, though. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I find it strange that the defense is one that asked for it. So that's why I'm saying that maybe her son that lives in Keys and maybe her daughter that supposedly lived like in Georgia could be. I don't know. Sure hope they give impact statements. Yeah, I think they will. Justified said, Crazy Mama, we are on the same page there. Yes, her sentencing is the day before my birthday. Well, happy birthday. Crazy Mama says, oh, hell no. Her family doesn't need to say anything. But don't they get to, is what I'm saying. I think they might get to. I don't know. I agree. But it's sentencing for her. I mean, why would her attorney ask to delay it because of the weather? I don't know. I'm just wondering. Let's see here. Let me ask ChatGPT. See what ChatGPT says. At a sentencing, does family of I'm not sure they do. I mean, I don't know. I was just asking if that could be one of the reasons. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. I asked if at sentencing, do family of the suspect get to speak? Short answer, sometimes, but not always. And it depends on the court, the judge, and the law in that state. Who almost gets to speak? Victims or victims' families always get to speak with impact statements by law in most states. The defendant side, this is where it varies. The defendant, yes, they almost always get a chance to speak. Defense attorneys, yes. Family of defendant, maybe. Some judges allow it. Some limit to written letters only. Some allow one person to speak briefly. Some don't allow family statements at all. Okay. That's court in Oklahoma. Let's see what it says there. Okay, victims and their families, absolutely, yes, Oklahoma law gives victim and members of the family right to submit victim impact statements, either in writing or orally. Okay, and then down here, defendant's family. There's no automatic statutory right in Oklahoma for the defendant's family to speak at sentencing in the same way victim families can. Whether family of the defendant can speak depends on the judge's discretion. Some judges may allow a brief statement from a defendant's family member, often as part of mitigation, if it's relevant to sentencing. Other judges may only allow written letters or statements to be submitted rather than spoken testimony. Some may limit or prohibit such statements. Sorry, there's a big squeaking noise going on at the front of the bus. What is she doing up there? Some may limit or prohibit such statements if they are not part of legal mitigation or could disrupt proceedings. Okay, well, we'll just have to wait and see. Defendant's own statement, yes, the defendant themselves typically has the right to make a statement to the judge before sentencing. This is separate from whether a family members may speak. Okay. Oklahoma statutes focus heavily on victim impact statements and victims' right to be heard at sentencing. The participation of a defendant's family is not guaranteed by statute and usually falls under court procedures and the judge's judgment. There you go. There you go. I wasn't sure. I had no clue. So I was curious, just like everybody else. Cheers to everyone in chat. And I agree. What does her family have to say? Don't know. Yes, happy birthday. Hey, Journey. No, Wrangler's not. The last I knew. He's going to stay as far away from the court as he can. I mean, it's still his mom. Still was the mother of his kids, too. I mean, there's just a lot there. And probably to Hill, honestly, to Hill would be the best thing to stay away from there. I don't think he wants to speak. I would think Wrangler, the father of the children, could speak. Honestly, I think if it was one of my kids in that situation, I don't think they would speak. Hey, Hawk, I'm going to fly right over after live. Love you. I'm going to fly right over. Hey, yippee-ki-yay. Hey, rocking everyone. Hope you all are staying warm. Actually, it got up to 50 today, guys. 50 degrees today. Felt good. Felt good. So we will be going on Monday for sure. You know, I'll probably go in this time too. Eagles, Stars, and Stripes. So if you're just coming in, Tiffany's court has been changed from tomorrow to February 2nd. And I'd planned on staying here. Actually, I'd planned on not going back till probably the 5th. I have to be back by the 6th because Rick has a doctor's appointment. If I'm not there, he won't go. So I'm going to get back for that. Plus, I would have probably wore out my welcome here. Actually, it's been great. We're parked right here at Hawkeyes, and we've got to visit with her a lot. She's starting to feel better, which is awesome. Journey is out in her van. She's going to head west and go to warmer weather, I believe, is the last plan. So safe travels to Journey. She got up today and had a flat tire. Luckily, Hawkeye's brother was here. He had a compressor, got some air in it. She went and got it fixed, had a nail in her tire. You know, when you're a traveler, I will say this. You guys know, even if you're a camper, Lollipop, I know you know what I mean. There's always something when you have campers and stuff. There's always something that's going to go wrong. That's probably what's going to happen even when you're living in your vehicle. You're going to have little things that go wrong. You just got to make sure you keep them fixed and keep moving forward. So, absolutely not always welcome. I know you're talking about the Tiffany's family talking. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens there. I'm just curious. I seen where one person said, but do you think it's fair to even let her family talk at all? Would that be disrespectful to Veronica and Jillian's family if they let Tiffany's family talk? I mean, surely, it's going to be life in prison anyway. It's not going to make a difference. You know what I mean? No matter what anybody said, the outcome should be the same, right? Yes, we will be at court next week on Monday for sure. As a matter of fact, I'm still going to go over there. I'm going to be in the area tomorrow. I got to go deliver some beer. I'm going to go ahead and just go run around. I'll be in Boise City and Keys, Guyman. I'll be in that area tomorrow. Was going to go. Does anybody know if that picnic table ever got fixed? That Veronica's dad put out there and somebody destroyed it? We're going to go check that out too and see if it got put back together. If it didn't get put back together, we're going to see if we can figure out what all it needs and get that thing put back together. Traveling is an adventure. Absolutely. Always an adventure. Always an adventure. I haven't really watched a whole lot of YouTube. I don't think I have anyway. I was going to see, looks like Balls and Buds is live. And then that court with the stepdad that got the 11-year-old pregnant. That is, that's the 30th, January 30th. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see what's going on. Actually, I think Friday we're going to drive to Trinidad. I think is our plan. Also, the dentist's wife's ex-husband saying new court docs reveal Michael McKee lurked at Tempe home weeks before he killed them. Crazy case. World's getting crazy, guys. Just gotta watch out. What was the weather like in your guys' area? Did it stay cold today or did it actually warm up? I know we got people everywhere. This storm, it's hit a lot of states for sure. A lot of states. I don't see any updates. I think for some reason Clint picked up the picnic table to fix it. Okay. Well, I'm still going to drive by there. I hope somebody fixed it. I still think that's horrible that somebody did that. Probably a bunch of kids that just really didn't realize the meaning of that table. I think for some reason Clint picked up the picnic table to fix it. Okay. Fairy Tale 16 and OP 30 soon. Okay. That sounds good. Had to turn on your AC this afternoon? Moving and shaking? Like I said, it's about 50 here today. It's going to get colder tonight. Hawkeyes is the weather lady. She's always on top of it. I just ask her what the weather's going to be, and she tells me. She's real good. Between her and Rick, they've got the weather covered. I don't even have to look it up. Okay, Fairy Tales. Quiet Crucifer, a list. Got it. Well, hopefully everybody's staying warm. Interesting to see what exactly is going to go down at this sentencing. I would probably bet that Tiffany's not going to give a statement. What do you guys think? Do you think she'll give a statement? Think Granny will give a statement? Because I don't. But that's just how I feel. 51 today was our high. What's our low? What's our low going to be? How low can we go? Anyway, I really don't think Tiffany will give a statement. Also, I was going to see, let me look at something here real quick. I wonder when they're going to put them markers up on the highway. I wonder how long that'll happen. How long that'll take. We'll have some people looking out so that when the markers do get up, they could show us. Let's see here. I don't see anything as to saying exactly when the markers will get up. We'll have to, yeah, for you to see a smile. No, Granny isn't going to talk. I don't think so either. It still really pisses me off that prosecution don't have her testifying against the others. I mean, that's crazy. I don't know why they made such a plea deal with her and she don't have to testify. Crazy Mama, I think either she will sit there emotionless or act a fool, one extreme or the other. That's possible. Or you think she's going to get sick and leave her own sentencing? I don't know. Don't know. But that's going to be at least part closure for the family. Be a little bit of closure. You know, these last two. Well, Paul Grice and Cora Twombly, they're not even going to get their sentencing until Tad and Cole's done. And now it seems like it's going to be even longer because Cole Twombly's his isn't going to start till February of 2027. Maybe she's sick in the head. I just have a feeling she's just not going to say anything. That's what I think. But yeah, we plan on being there, seeing what happens. Again, it's a trying time for the family. We always think about the family. It's got to be stressful. Yeah, taking too long. I agree. And now it's going to take longer. I don't think I could heal. I don't think I could heal until they were all never getting out. They're all sentenced and never getting out. So let's hope that we know it won't be before February 2027. I think the big one's going to be Tad. To wait, see exactly what's brought up in court. And they're all guilty, in my opinion. They're all guilty, so they should all, never see the light of day outside no more, and not be able to walk free. Is there any stipulations on her selling her story in the coming years? Can she profit off this case? I didn't see anything as far as that. I mean, it was pretty brief on even her plea agreement. It's kind of crazy, huh? Because with Dennis Rader, I mean, our DA set it up to where he could never make a dime. Is supposed to have no TV, no newspaper, because that's what he really liked. Yeah, I haven't seen any of that for any of them either. Seem like the plea agreements have been really generic and really short. Again, Tiffany don't have to testify against anybody else. Cora, her plea deal, she only has to testify against Paul because of spousal privilege. And then, of course, they're going to try to make Paul look out because he lied and try to make it look like he's still lying. Poston did an outstanding job prosecuting Rader. Yes, she did. I was in that courtroom. My best friend was an assistant DA at the time. We sat through all of that. That was some crazy stuff, too. Right? I can see Granny selling her story in the coming years or writing a book. Well, let's hope not. Let's hope that they do figure it out. I mean, maybe they'll bring that up at sentencing. And maybe they're watching. Maybe we can give them a little hint to throw that in there. Make sure she can't profit. None of them can profit off of what they did. I mean, they still haven't been sentenced yet, so it could still be done. And they're probably planning on it, is what I think. Yippee says, that crazy. I sure hope not. The kids deserve the money if that happens. Yeah, I agree. I think there should be trust funds, all kinds of stuff set up for Veronica's kids and Julian's kids. We can't forget there's two families here. Oh, good point. I sure hope they do put that in the sentencing. They very well could put it in the sentencing. So hard in their families wrong. Yeah. It would be a lot. And I'm pretty sure that Veronica's dad and her aunt has made it to every court appearance. Seems like they have. And that's got to be a lot. It's got to be stressful. It's got to be a lot. Just being in the same room of the people that unalived your family members in such a horrendous way would be very, very hard. Be very hard and very stressful. Oklahoma, a prisoner can sell their story as Son of Sam laws, which seizes profits from criminal stories for victims, have generally been found. Yeah, see, with Dennis Rader, Nola Polston just set it up to where he can't do any of that. But thank you. Unconstitutional due to First Amendment free speech protections. However, any money earned in typical subject to court-ordered victims' restitution and other fees. Well, with Dennis Rader, there was a lawyer that wrote a book. I don't think that money went to victims. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at it. I'm sure there's something in place to where none of them is going to be able to profit. Now, what do you guys think? Them telephone conversations. They're probably going to have conversations where she spoke to her children to sell them that land for $10. Is that something that can be turned around? She sold her daughter a bunch of land and the other son a bunch of land for $10, knowing that the civil suit was coming, that Veronica's mom had the civil suit going. Can they reverse that? I'm just curious. Those 1A rights are not absolute to profit after felony murder. Felons lose some civil rights and privileges. That's what I would think too. That's what I would think too. Honestly, would you even want them to be able to tell their story? I mean, if they're not going to have to tell their story and what went down in court, should they really be able to let somebody write about it and do it that way? I don't know. I'm asking. With BTK, his daughter is now doing quite a bit of talking with media. I don't know how I feel about all that. I'm not a Carrie fan. I'm not a fan of his daughter, Carrie. When all this happened, she took off. The only reason she even started talking to her dad is because there was some women missing out of Tulsa, and they thought that Dennis Rader might have been a part of that. I don't know how I feel about all that. Some of what she says seems far-fetched or clickbait. Absolutely. I'm not a fan of Carrie either. Carrie Rader. You've probably heard this before, but they were neighbors of my husband for a long time. I knew his wife, Paula. She worked at the convenience store in Park City. That was right where we went to the races at. She was a super nice lady. Carrie Rawson rubs me the wrong way entirely. Me too. I've never been a fan of hers. That's Dennis Rader's daughter. But they was put through a lot too. Her dad was part of the church. He was the animal resource officer and did all that horrendous stuff. But also, I'll tell you, in my household, if there was, yes, BTK was my husband's neighbor, yeah, in Park City. Sure was for 10 years. My husband said he was kind of short and not very nice. But yeah, my husband lived in Park City for a long time. BTK was the husband's neighbor, yep. And my grandpa worked his case for a long time. My grandpa was the sheriff over 8 times in Sedgwick County. Yippee-ki-yay. All the assets sold or put in another name should be voided and given to the victims' families, in my opinion. That's the right thing to do. Would Heath have to file a lawsuit too? I mean, we know Veronica's mom did, but would Heath have to file one too to get restitution or anything like that? How would that work? I wonder how many phone calls Tad had with that Ford dealership. It is crazy. So crazy. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I don't know. Probably sadly, yeah. Well, if any of the families watching, we do support you, and we want you to get out what you need to say, and we want this to end for you to where you can move on. But it's never going to be the same. What's happened is just beyond horrible. We need to have a BTK live chat sometime. Yeah, I wish my grandpa was still alive because I'd love to get him on here. Yeah, I wish my father passed in January, and I believe it was April that they caught BTK. So my father passed before he even knew that they caught him. Yes, absolutely. Justice all the way. Absolutely. All five of them's just as guilty as the other, in my opinion. Let's see here. I may drive up there, Rock, if you think there will be room in the courtroom. I figured it would take me 4.5 hours. Are you talking on Monday? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about for the trials? Are you talking about for the sentencing? Or are you talking about for the trials? Yeah, I don't have a clue. I will say this. If anybody's in line, and family should always be able to get in there first, no matter what. So horrendous pain they went through, tortured them women sad. Yeah, they did. You think it's going to be full? I'm sure that the courtroom is going to be full. It is a very small courtroom. I will say that. Well, you're talking about Lemunyon. Lemunyon passed away. Could we get the chief of police from when they busted Raider? That was Lemunyon, right? And he has passed away. So has man, the white haired guy. Gosh, I know his name too, and I can't even think. It's a friend of mine from high school. It's her uncle, but two of them's passed away. I'll never forget the smile on his face when he said BTK is arrested. I know. Should have moved it. I still think that. I don't think it's ever too late for these trials to move them. It just takes one, just one of the jury. That would be a risk I wouldn't want to take. But I mean, it's also very expensive to move a trial while he was so young. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the original ones that worked the BTK case all them years? Oh, Lemunyon and I can't think of the other one. Small town rural Kansas, and to be quite honest, I'm sure people will line the streets to see some semblance of justice be served to Granny. They might very well. You could be right. Yes. My friend is a supervisor over at El Dorado, and they used to bring a shower to his cell. I heard that he won't shower, he won't eat. He's on his last legs as far as Dennis Rader. The black, oh, he passed too. Yes, he did. That's really so sad. Let me look when he passed. I'll tell you, he was our mayor too. I know exactly what you're talking about. He had a grandson. Hold on, let me look something here. He had a grandson that his son works for Spirit and was going through a custody battle. Okay. And hold on. Anyway, they had DHS involved, all kinds of stuff. Well, come to find out, the ex Carl Brewer, that's right. Girly girl, you got it. Thank you. Carl Brewer, I'm pretty sure Carl Brewer passed away though. I could be wrong. Anyway, his grandchild was buried in cement. Yeah, Carl Brewer died June 12th, 2020. But anyway, he couldn't even get anybody to help try to find his grandson, and he was the mayor and was the police chief for a long time. BTK is wheelchair bound. Could very well be. Kenny Landwehr. Yep, that's it. You're right. Kenny Landwehr. Sure was. Yep, Carl Brewer. You guys are right. Both of them are dead. And yeah. LeMunion's dead. Brewer's dead. Landwehr's dead. All the ones that did that case are gone. Yeah, the grandson, when Carlos still works out at Spirit. And I have friends that's friends with Carlos, so I wouldn't say we're good friends, but we're acquaintances, okay? That was really rough on him. So sad about his grandson. That was some bullshit. It was some bullshit. And he couldn't get any help. Yep, on February 2nd. Yeah. You can come on over. If you're wanting to go. It's up to you. I don't know how full it'll be. I have no clue. He seemed like a really good guy. Yeah, I liked Carl Brewer. I never heard anything bad about Carl Brewer. It's wild. It was wild. That's sad. He was a pillar of the Wichita community. He shouldn't have even had to ask for help. Let me pull it up, man. It was so bad. Let me see if I can find something on it. Oh. A lot of people didn't realize that his grandson went missing and was murdered. Okay, let's see here. Okay, here it is. Well, here's one of them. We'll just play this one. It was crazy. The world is crazy. But I guess I was just trying to prove it don't matter who you know. Even he couldn't get things done. And he was the mayor and chief of police for a long time.
He's a 3-year-old boy who disappeared 2 months ago today.
Now, officers believe they found his remains encased in concrete. And as 41 Action News investigator Jessica McMaster finds his father tried to step in.
And Child Services may have known that the toddler was suffering for months before his death.
This is 3-year-old Evan Brewer. Police believe they found
Yeah, it was the mother and her boyfriend who did it.
his remains at the home where he lived with his mom and her boyfriend in Wichita. This is a protection from abuse order filed by the boy's father. It details multiple reports of abuse made to the Kansas Department for Children and Families that date back more than a year before the boy's body was discovered.
Police removed the concrete structure from the house and later found the remains of the child that was approximately 3 years old.
A disturbing find out of Wichita over the weekend. The remains of a child, believed to be Evan Brewer, discovered inside this home. The 41 Action News investigators pulled court records that show the little boy likely lived a life of suffering.
The circumstances surrounding this particular case has been difficult for the family, the first responders, and the community.
In May, Evan's father, Carlo Brewer, filed this order of protection from abuse against Stephen Bodine. In it, Brewer alleges a witness told him Bodine would beat Evan to the brink of death. Brewer states he tried taking Evan to the doctor for injuries, but that the boy's mom, Miranda Miller, and her boyfriend wouldn't allow him.
DCF is the primary investigative agency involving the child until a protection from abuse order was served.
Evan's dad also says the Department for Children and Families received multiple reports that Evan was being abused. Those reports, he claims, began in July of last year. Once Brewer filed the order for protection, police tried removing the child from Miller's care, but say they couldn't locate her. Police believe she left the state with Evan, though at some point say they know Miller was aware of the order and avoided being served.
Using surveillance, speaking to neighbors, and contacting the residence, officers were unable to locate the mother or the child.
1 week ago today, Wichita police arrested Evan's mom and her live-in boyfriend on various charges. Neither have been charged for the little boy's death. We reached out to DCF about its involvement with the case, but the agency says it could not comment due to the ongoing investigation. I'm investigator Jessica McMaster, 41 Action News.
It's crazy, huh? Crazy. Why does Norman Williams not sound familiar to me? I gotta look. Norman Williams. Let's, okay. Want to see a picture of him. You're probably right. Because LeMunyon was a lieutenant. Let's see. I want to see what he looks like.
Good morning. Just kind of give you a quick rundown.
I just want to see what he looks like.
Well, today
Okay.
I'm here to announce my retirement after 39 years with the Wichita Police Department. You know, 39 years is a long time to serve this community. But
Wow.
it's been a
Yeah, I forgot him. Sure did. I forgot about him. That's crazy. You might be very well be right because LeMunyon was a lieutenant. Lieutenant LeMunyon. Hello, boy. I'm just saying it didn't matter who his family was. They couldn't get any help. They couldn't get DCF to do their job. I'm not a fan of DCF, and I'm definitely not a fan of St. Francis that does all the taking care of the kids. I just think he was the police chief. Girly Girl said, I believe it. That sounded familiar. I had forgot about him. Isn't that crazy? Totally forgot. How is your hubby doing, Girly Girl? His voice is very familiar. Well, yeah, because he was a police chief. What'd they say, 33 years? That's a long time. Long time. Yeah. I mean, look at Ohio. Everywhere. Actually, everywhere. DCF needs to be revamped all the way. St. Francis lost contract for Wichita. It's Ember Hope now. Well, there was another group that was before St. Francis. Seems like they go through a lot of them. President of Ember Hope is a lifelong friend of mine. President of Ember Hope is a lifelong friend. You know, one of my good friends growing up ran the children's home for a very long time. Still fighting that infection. Yes, I got your message. Her husband got infection in a couple of his incisions, so we need to make sure we're praying for him. Okay. Rock, did I tell you my bonus mama moved to the top? Is that what you're saying? TIW? No, you didn't tell me. Oops. If we could go back to the an eye for an eye way of thinking, this would be a better place. Listen, they had a stabbing this morning, they had a stabbing yesterday. I don't think people care about the consequences anymore, and that's sad. Wichita? No, I did not know that. Is your friend's initials KI? Are you talking about for the Wichita Children's Home? because hers is CH. Children get failed every day. It's shameful. Absolutely. You know how many missing kids we got? That they consider them runaways, and then it seems like they're not even looking for them. It's just the friend's initials KI. You know, I worked for the state for a very long time. I have a lot of friends. When they closed the unemployment office in Wichita, that went over to Children's Services. Wichita. It's a lot. But it seems like anymore, people don't care about the consequences. And they just soon, I mean, look at the road rages that end badly. Road rages. Turn this heater up. Oh, it's got a little breezy. It's getting a little chilly at night. I remember the sad case now. I know. But it's not KI. Did she have long, light colored brown hair? She has brown hair. She may have worked with Youthville also. The KI was someone else. No. Her initials are CH. And she ran the children's home for a very long time. You know, they had a stabbing at the children's home too. They're in Wichita. And then they had a fight at the children's home. That's what I'm saying. Our youth, they don't care about the consequences anymore, it seems like. That's what it seems like. Yeah, they did. Sure did. I saw the news briefing. Was it this morning or was it yesterday morning? They had a news briefing, and I want to say Easter was the one that did the news briefing too. Wichita's not safe, and I'm going to tell you, it don't really matter where you're at in Wichita. Seems like it's spread even down south. Then we got the news anchor. That news anchor that killed her mom. She's not going to stand trial. They're shipping her off to the mental institution. Let's see here. I was going to put that up too. She was found incompetent. Incompetent.
New this afternoon, a judge rules a former TV news anchor accused of killing her mother is not competent to stand trial. Angela Mock appeared in court for a brief hearing today. She's charged with first-degree murder in the death of her mother, Anita Avers. Court documents say that when officers walked inside the home last fall, they found 80-year-old Avers lying on her bed, unresponsive, with multiple stab wounds to her face and upper body. A court-ordered evaluation found Mock incompetent to stand trial.
Step Rice, in the opinion of the examiner, Ms. Mock has a mental illness or defect in the form of schizoaffective disorder, bipolar type.
Mock is now being sent to Larned State Hospital for further evaluation and treatment.
I noticed this lady working in the dress.
Let's just get rid of that. Let's see here. Still can't believe they finally moved WCH up north. It was only over behind Wesley for over 100 years. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was not too far from Wesley. Wichita Children's Home. Sure was. Prayers to Girly Girl. Here's the same way, completely unsafe and unlivable. You know, they say Tulsa's one of the worst. One of the worst. Our development was annexed. We are only a few yards away from being outside city limits. Seems like anymore they're trying to bring people into city limits. A lot of places been moving their lines. Prayers for Girly Girl's husband, absolutely. Yeah, she's gonna play like she's cray-cray. Why would she? I mean, she's looking at life in prison. So why would she act like she was okay, right? Hey, Jay Thomas from Greeley, Colorado. Good to see you. Tiffany Adams' court has been moved from tomorrow to February 2nd, which will be Monday. We plan on going. Girly Girl says, thank you, everyone, for the prayers. They are appreciated. Dang, old girl is going to Isaac Ray building. Praying Girly Girl. I did. You know what's really crazy? I went to that trial too, Crazy Mama. I was in Colorado Springs, me and Rita. I was in Colorado Springs for 2 weeks, and I actually went to that trial. Letitia Stout, she's actually in Topeka prison, in the women's prison in Topeka, Kansas, and I guess she complains about everything. Did you follow the Gannon Stout case in Colorado? That convicted Cray Cray at appeal court today. Oh, did she? I do know that she was moved. She complained so much in Colorado that they moved her to Topeka, Kansas. Even if she gets life in Larned, it's not cushy. Well, I don't know. But at least if she stays with the Cray Cray thing, guess what? She'll get meds to get her through the rest of her days. Do we know why it was moved? It said because of weather. And it said that Tiffany's, the defense attorney, asked to have it moved because of the weather. Love to rock and crew. Well, love back at you. Oh, she did get moved back to Colorado? I did follow that case. That's the one, her husband was in the Air Force, and he was away on a tour duty. And they said that the son they said he ran away. Then come to find out, she burned him with a candle and all kinds of stuff, put him in a suitcase. And on her way to Myrtle Beach, somewhere along the way, she threw that suitcase out of the car. And somewhere in Florida is where that suitcase was found with Gannon's body in it. And the police were in and out of the house, and he was in that suitcase in the garage, is what I heard. Her ex-husband posted they had appeal court today. Oh. She's a strange one. That Letitia Stouts. She's a strange one. She wore out her welcome in Topeka with a quickness. Oh, interesting. You know, not a fan of hers. She's a mess. I say they locked Granny in a dark box, just like she did with the victims. You know, it seems like a lot of prisoners get so many rights. They do things and then they still get all these rights. Alex Erickson is posting all of Letitia's prison calls. I heard a few of them. She was using that aunt like crazy, that one aunt. She hauled the suitcase up the mountain probably also, then picked it up to haul it to Florida. Well, didn't she had a rental car? She might have had it in the rental car, but there was a couple times that the police department did walk by that suitcase because they said it in court. What gets me with that case is her daughter that was Harley. Harley's her daughter. What gets me with that case is her daughter that was 17 that was with her when she dumped the suitcase and body is now a nurse. I think she knew it all. I don't think Harley knew. I really don't. I don't think she knew what her mom did. Yes, when she was flipping off everybody in the room. Yeah. The judge actually, he had somebody watching the live feed. Movie Suitcase Killer is on Netflix now. Well, the Suitcase Killer, that's the other one where the girl had her boyfriend crawl in the suitcase, right? That's the Suitcase Killer. Had him try to see if he could fit in the In the Suitcase. I have Netflix. I might have to go watch that. Harley would not abide that. Guaranteed. She would have rolled on her mom without a second thought. I think so too. I think so too. I felt like her daughter Harley, her mom was even giving her horrible looks in court. I felt like Harley was trying to do the best she could, and I think she really cared about Gannon. I don't think she thought her mom was capable of the things her mom did. Yes, haven't seen it yet. Haven't seen it yet either. I'll have to watch it. We'll go inside and watch it with Hawkeyes. She had to know the abuse was going on. It went on for a long time. Yeah, but Harley worked. And listen, she's a 17-year-old teenager. Harley didn't pay attention, honestly. I took it that Harley loved Gannon too. I really did. She had to know the abuse was going on. See, I don't think so. I don't think she knew. I mean, that poor girl, she worked. Plus, who would think that their mom could do that? Harley loved Gannon. I agree. And her mother broke her heart. I think you're right. I think you're right. I took it that Harley didn't know. I never thought that she knew anything about it. I think when they were traveling, I think she was sleeping. I think she was sleeping when the suitcase got thrown over the edge. I don't even think she was awake. Did y'all know she's Gannon, among other things? Did you all know? I don't know. What am I missing with that comment? Did y'all know Gannon, among other things? I don't know. I'm slow today. You think she shot him? What? How? Shot. Try not to get censored. I got you. Pew. How long ago was that Gannon case? How long ago was Gannon Stout's case? Letitia. Let's see here. I also was looking to see if we could find anything on the court today. Everything's from 2 years ago. 2020. She was wicked. 2019, 2020, my girlie was just an infant. Yeah. Same with the Lori Vallow case. Now, I didn't follow the Lori Vallow case. Let's see here. 7 hours ago. Let's see what this is. Let's see here. Letitia Stout appeal case or arguments focused on juror concerns. There's Letitia Stout right there. The woman found guilty of killing her stepson in 2020 is trying to appeal her conviction. And the latest step in the process came Tuesday with oral arguments presented in front of Colorado Court of Appeals judges. Letitia Stout, 42, was convicted in May 2023 of stabbing her stepson, 11-year-old Gannon, 18 times, beating him with an unknown blunt object and shooting him once in the head at their home in unincorporated El Paso County, southeast of Colorado Springs. She was sentenced to 2 life sentences without parole. 12 years in prison for tampering with a deceased human body and 18 months for tampering with physical evidence. Court records show she filed for appeal after the conviction, but oral arguments would not come until Tuesday, when both parties addressed a panel of 3 Colorado Court of Appeal judges. Oral arguments. Concerns over whether a juror should have been allowed to sit on the case took center stage during Tuesday's short hearings. During jury selection, it was learned that one of the jurors had a son-in-law employed as a deputy district attorney in the El Paso County District Attorney's Office, something the defense initially objected to, attorney Eric Sommer said. Despite this, the juror served as an alternate, later going on to fill the role of a juror who was dismissed during the trial. The court was presented with the facts necessary to establish the statutory relationship of the jurors served. The defense wrote in May 2024 brief, "This is a structural error requiring reversal of the convictions." Prosecutors at this time said the juror had not said anything during questioning to show he had bias. Senior Assistant Attorney General Catherine Gillespie said Tuesday. Gillespie argued that when the juror in question was moved from the alternate position, the defense did not object. She questioned if this was a strategic plan to possibly have grounds for an appeal. Samuel denied that the decision not to object again was a plan for a later appeal, saying the best way to win an appeal is to just win at trial instead. Selmer continued saying the fault falls on the trial judge for not knowing the law correctly. The court got it wrong, Samler said. No decision on the appeal was made Tuesday, but a ruling is to be expected at a later date. Stouch reported her stepson missing from their Lorson Ranch home in January 2020. She killed Gannon in his bedroom and hid his body in a suitcase, according to the Pass Gazette coverage. In the weeks that followed, Stouch seemingly tried to cover her tracks by telling a series of fictitious stories and hiding evidence. She was eventually arrested on March 2nd, 2020 in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Evidence in the 2023 trial showed that Stouch moved the suitcase containing Gannon's body from a basement storage room to a parking lot at the Colorado Springs Airport, then to a wooded area near Palmer Lake, eventually throwing it off a bridge in Florida, where it was found on March 18, 2020. On February 11, 2022, Stouch pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity to 4 counts of connection with Gannon's murder. Stouch's defense attorney didn't deny that she killed her stepson, but argued the killing happened during a psychotic breakdown. Stouch's trial began with jury selection on March 20, 2023, and took 5 weeks to complete. She was found guilty and sentenced on May 8, 2023. A civil lawsuit dismissal. Stouch challenged the conditions of her confinement in the El Paso County Jail prior to being convicted of murder. While incarcerated before her 2023 trial, Stouch filed a lawsuit against the county and the jail's medical and food providers. She claimed staff were inappropriately labeling her food, violating the sanitary requirements for a kosher diet, and then delayed or denied her food in retaliation of her complaints. Stouch also alleged the jail was not providing proper medical treatment to her. The defendants moved to dismiss the lawsuit, according to Pass Gazette coverage, but Stouch repeatedly failed to respond to court orders and filings. In August 8, 2024, ordered U.S. District Court Judge S. Cato Cruz decided to dismiss Stouch's lawsuit due to her failure to prosecute. Cruz cited Stouch's pattern of non-response and non-compliance with her procedural rules. There you go. There was that. Once you start reading it, you kind of just got to finish it. Can't leave anybody hanging. Just an infant, yep. I did not follow Lori Vallow. I saw pieces of it, but as far as sitting and following it, I did not do that. I think 5 years ago, it was COVID. We locked all the way down for months. I sat and prayed for Gannon, Tylee, and JJ to all be found safe, but knew things weren't looking good. I know. It's crazy. Hawkeyes followed it, yep. And I held my baby close those cases sealed the deal and made me even more protective. You got to be protective. It's what you got to do. Daybell shit's crazy. I agree. When the law was bringing her back to Colorado, Lieutenant slipped her cuffs. Latisha Stout slipped her cuffs, smashed a cop in the face with a full can of Monster. What? And tried to escape in the van. That is crazy. I'll have to see if I can't find that. It happened in Saline County, Kansas. Huh. She was an evil monster, yeah. Agreed, Mama. Kind of low-key want to go to Rexburg and Lynn and see if I can infiltrate that cult. Let's see here if I can find it. And I kicked myself right on out. I sure did. Sure did. Let's see here. I'm going to look for it. We're going to find it. Okay, let's see. Here's something. Says attempted escape. Let's see if this is it. See if this is it.
Stout murder trial has just wrapped up, and today jurors saw the dangerous moments after she was arrested in the murder of her stepson Gannon, where prosecutors say she assaulted a deputy and tried to escape. News 5's Ashley Portillo has been covering the trial since the beginning. She's live from the courthouse with more. Ashley?
Yeah, Rob. So the morning did begin with first watching the rest of that police interview between Latisha Stout and detectives with the El Paso County Sheriff's Office. In total, that interview did last about 5 hours. Now, toward the very end of that interview, you can actually see Latisha and hear her telling deputies she's having chest pains, is dizzy, and thinks she's having a panic attack. Now, she asks for medical attention, then is transported to the hospital by an ambulance. Today, jurors also saw that video of the drive back to Colorado Springs after her arrest in South Carolina and the moment when investigators say she tried to escape in Kansas.
You can see Latisha moving around slightly, and that's because her hands are handcuffed to a belly band around her waist, and she is manipulating her hands out of the handcuffs. And she obtains a Monster energy can, and she strikes Deputy James in the face with that full unopened can.
Now in the video, you can also hear Latisha saying the deputy was threatening her. She wanted some fresh air. During cross-examination, Latisha's attorney also approached the stand with a book on mental disorders and confirmed the detective hasn't read it. Latisha's attorney then asked that detective if she gave her opinion on Latisha's sanity based on the definitions in that book. The detective then responded with no. Latisha was also seen reading that book throughout the trial on Wednesday afternoon. Now, again, this trial is expected to last for about another month or so. Coming up at some point, we're also expected to hear from doctors on both sides of this case, doctors that are going to be talking about Latisha's sanity evaluation. Also on that list of people expected to testify is Harley Hunt. That is Latisha's daughter. Right now, still unclear if and when she will testify during this trial. But of course, I'll be here every day bringing you the latest information on this case.
That's crazy. It's a crazy one. So, Hawkeyes, you're going to make monkey bread? You got that, we brought in them cinnamon biscuits. Maybe you can make, never ate monkey bread. Maybe, let's see here. You just got to use some whipping cream. Do you got whipping cream, hopefully? Let's see here. Does anybody else watch like these food channels? I like to watch them. You can make them with regular biscuits, but I bet you can make them with that. Bet you can make them with them cinnamon biscuits. Let's see. Interesting. Oh, you made your own bread. Oh, sounds good. It's quite the baker in there. She likes to bake. Never ate monkey bread. It's just bread with cinnamon and sugar. It's really good. That's for sure. Awful shit. Yeah, Letitia Stout, she's something else. She is something else. So Friday, we're going to go to Trinidad. It's a nice little area here in Colorado. They've got several dispensaries. You guys interested? Do you want us to go live when we go? Just curious. Now I'm craving cinnamon biscuits, and I blame you guys. I'm sorry. Sorry. Anyway, if I could get a signal, we're gonna drive to Trinidad. Maybe we'll try to go live if I can get a signal. That might be fun. All right, guys. I'm about ready to close this live down. Does anybody else have anything else they want to talk about? If not, we're going to close the live down. We'll try to go live Thursday. Let's see here. All kinds of beer. Got to get that beer. Got to get that beer delivered. Jayhawks don't have another game till Saturday against BYU. Also, there's some UFC fights too. Oven is on the fritz, but the crock pot would work. Yeah, have fun in Trinidad. That's pretty country. Yeah, it is. I've been there before. I loved it. Wallensburg is pretty too. Huh. We're going to go check out the dispensaries. You know, it's legal. It's legal in Colorado. Up, pass. Smoke them if you got them, right? That's what I'm talking about. Let's see here. You know, if you're somebody that's struggling mental health is a big thing. And I've seen too many people unaliving themselves. Make sure you call 911 or you call and talk to someone. Do not unalive yourself. I have a high school mate that just did that a couple weeks ago. And my daughter had a high school mate that hung himself. It's happening far too often. Smoke one for you? Absolutely. Far too often. And so if you're struggling, talk to someone. Well, what's bothering you today, it'll pass. There's always tomorrow. So, it just seems like anymore people feel like that's just the easy way to go. And leave everybody behind that's still living to deal with it. That's rough. It's really rough. Trying to find maybe this one. Maybe I'll play this one. I've made so many songs, I don't even know what songs I got anymore. I need to go in and delete some. We'll try this one. Okay, well, we'll see you guys Thursday at 7. And again, Friday, take you guys with us. I'll be running around tomorrow. If I can get a signal on L Road, I'll go live for you guys when we're up and over there, so you guys can see the area again. So I think it's supposed to be 48 here tomorrow. So, okay, let's see here. We're going to play the song. We're out of here. Much love to everybody. We'll see you again on Thursday. Try to keep updated on what's going on in court. If you hear something, you can post it in the community page. The community page should be open to where you can post anything you want in the community page. You should be able to post pictures, anything. Maybe later, Hawkeyes, I'll see if you can't do it. If you can't post something over there. Because I opened the community up. Now, everybody in here is mods. So if you see something go in there that's not very nice or something, before you delete anything, make sure you screenshot it and let me know, please. Okay, we're just going to play this song. Much love. Love you, Rock. I love you, girly girl. You know I do. I love you. I love all of you guys. And Lollipop, if you want to come Monday, you can. I don't really know how many people will be there. I do know for a fact that I would give up going in, or even if I was in there sitting, if they ran out of room and needed it for family, I would definitely get up and give it to them. For sure. Good night to everybody. Much love. Stay safe. Absolutely. We will stay safe. Love you guys.
Cruising in the top and bus.
Hold on. Hold on, that's not what I was playing. Here we go.
Yippee-ki-yay journey, lavender. Hawkeyes, Chris, Flower Daisy, rocking all night. Rock Chalk family. Yippee-ki-yay, journey lavender. In the lights, Hawkeyes, Chris, Flower Daisy, rocking all night. Gail, Natasha, Dipsy, Rhonda in the flow. Balls and buds, Black Opal, everybody go. Beach Baby Leroy, Gracie Eagle flying high. Nona delightfully chaotic, Jezebel witch in the sky. Hands in the air, move your feet, feel the rush. Rock Chalk family, we own the dance floor hush. Rock Chalk family, light it up tonight. Justin, Mark, Rick, Stacy, everything's alright. Jay, Thomas, Robin, Holly, Jane, Noel, Case, Roll, 620, Country Boy. Anthony, Sherry, singing loud, make some noise. Tonight we light it up, ignite the dark. Every name, every heart leaves a spark. Eagle, stars, and stripes. Gracie, Leroy, feel the beat. Nona, delightfully chaotic, keep it moving, can't be beat. Rhonda, Dipsy, Jezebel witch, join the ride. Black Opal Beach, baby, Rock Chalk pride. Hands clap, feet tap, party all the way. Twin, twin, fire, countdown, let's light up the day. Spin, jump, shout it loud, feel the Chalk family, steal the show. Rock Chalk family, light it up tonight. Justin, Mark, Rick, Stacy, everything's alright. Jay, Thomas, Robin, Holly, Jane, Noah, Case, Rose, 620, Country Boy. Anthony, Sherry, singing loud, make some noise. So tonight we light it up, ignite the dark. Every name, every heart leaves a spark. Yeah, yippee-ki-yay, Journey, Lavender, Hawkeyes, Chris, Flower Daisy, Rock Chalk family, 2025 we shine. Yeah! Rock Chalk family, light it up tonight. Justin, Mark, Rick, Stacy, everything's alright. Jay, Thomas, Robin, Holly, Jane, Noah, K.S. Rose, 620, Country Boy. Anthony, Sherry, singing loud, make some noise. And tonight we light it up, ignite the dark. Every name, every heart leaves a spark.